Guys, welcome back to Insightpreneur 2022, and actually the last day and the last session of this year's webinar. And it's been a great pleasure that you stay tuned with us till this moment. And yeah, this is a session that I won't advise you to miss, especially if you need quick cash, long-term cash, and the Nigerian economy. You actually need to be making money in dollars. So the topic is how to position yourself for global opportunities as a freelancer. And our speaker is Adeoye. So,
hello, hi.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I'm very good, and you look good.
I told you that already. Now how are you doing this?
Yeah, thank you for honoring this invitation. It
say?
means a lot. Thank you for honoring this invitation. It means a lot to me.
Thank you for inviting me. I'm quite nervous, but you know.
You look the opposite, actually.
Okay.
You look very comfortable.
I do really.
All right, guys.
I'm not.
Okay, guys. I'll quickly read Adeife biography, and you can choose not to listen, but I think you will want to, because I want to listen to you. Adeife is a content writer, content strategist, marketing manager, entrepreneur, and content creator. She has been working as a writer and marketer for quite some years now, precisely 5 years. She focuses on planning, developing, and executing content strategies to attract and convert prospects into customers and customers into repeat buyers. She first started as a generalist writer back in 2017, where she focused mainly on business to customer. But recently, she decided to niche down and focus on SaaS and marketing industry because she found the landscape exciting and challenging. Being on this journey has been great so far. She loves it. She gets bored quickly, but this part keeps her on her toes and makes her a better person. Aside the content writing and marketing, she hosts a podcast called Step and Glow. It came from a passion for women empowerment, and it is a little way of being the big sister she never had. She has a newsletter where she shares tips on how to grow as a content writer and get job. She also have a Medium blog where she shares everything and anything. So guys, before I disappear from the screen, do you mind in a minute or two why the audience should listen to you on the topic how to position yourself for global opportunity as a freelancer?
Okay, like you said, I've been a freelancer for like the past 5 years, and I started in 2017. And over the past 5 years, I've kind of like learned. I've moved from working with Nigerian clients to working with international clients, and I can say like I'm experienced, and I've learned like different strategy tips. Like God, I've worked with so many clients, so many international clients, and a lot of people are always asking me like, how do you earn in dollars? How do you earn like, how do you get international clients? And then it made me realize that a lot of Nigerian freelancers don't know like the strategies on how to get international job. And I know the strategies, so you should listen to me.
All right, that's great, guys. Oh, so
oh my God, is that right? Nigeria.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for. Okay. Thank you. Stop. How do you feel you have the platform?
Okay. So let me just share my screen. Okay, guys. So the topic for today is how to position yourself for global opportunities as a freelancer. And yeah, how to position yourself for global opportunities as a freelancer. So a little bit about me. I'm a graduate of the University of Ilorin in pure and applied mathematics, and I'm currently a content marketing manager and strategist for SaaS and MarTech brands. I'm also a thought leader on Inc. Africa, where I use my words to help entrepreneurs, founders to become, better writers. I also own a newsletter, Get Paid to Write, where I share tips to help freelance writers position themselves for global opportunities. Okay, so let's get started. Today, what we're going to be covering in this session is freelancing even right for you? So we're going to be looking at should you even be freelancing or should you be doing something else? And then we're going to be talking about how to position yourself for global opportunities. And then we're going to be looking at insider tips on how to land in high-paying international gigs, how, where, and when to pitch. So let's get right into it. So the first thing we are going to, topic we're going to get started with today is freelancing even right for you? So I'm sure when you hear statements when people are talking about freelancing, you're gonna be hearing like you're your own boss, you earn a lot of money, there's a lot of freedom and you get to work in your own pace. Like I don't want to be like the devil's advocate and I don't want to be the only one like the one to like debunk all these things. But if you want to get started as a freelancer just because you think you're going to be earning a lot of money and there's a lot of freedom, I am sorry to tell you, but that is a big lie. Yes, you are going to be your own boss, but there's a lot of responsibilities that come to your being your own boss. Like you're going to be wearing a lot of hats. You're going to be your own project manager. You're going to be your own account manager. You're going to be your own social media manager. You're going to be your own salesman. Like if you are not ready for those kind of jobs, I don't think you should be a freelancer. And the second one is you earn lots of money. Yes, on some days. There are some months where you're going to be on top of the world earning a lot of money, and there's going to be some month like nothing is going to enter your account. And that is just like, I would say, the beauty of freelancing. So if you're not prepared to have that kind of lifestyle, I don't think you should be a freelancer. And the third one is that there's a lot of freedom. You get to work at your own pace. I've been a freelancer and I've also worked 9 to 5. And guess what? I prefer working 9 to 5 because it's just 9 to 5. If I'm freelancing, I work like 9 to the next day sometimes. So if you are not prepared for those harsh realities of freelancing, I think you should just get a 9 to 5. I don't let anybody pressure you into thinking that working a 9 to 5 is a big deal. It is not a big deal. Like you can still work a 9 to 5 and enjoy your life. So you see all those lives of you're going to be sitting now in the beach freelancing. Mm-mm-mm-mm. It can happen, but it takes time, patience, and hard work. And if you're not ready to give that, I don't think freelancing is for you. But if you've looked at all these cons, right, and you still want to, be a freelancer, let's look at how you can position yourself to become a better freelancer and get higher paying jobs. So the first thing is pick a niche. So let me tell you guys a story. So when I started as a freelancer, I started as a generalist freelancer. And I didn't want to pick a niche because I thought that I wouldn't get jobs. So I wanted to do everything. I wanted to work as because I was in content writing, so I wanted to work with agriculture, with dentists, with real estate people. I wanted to work with marketing brands. I wanted to work with accountants. I wanted to work with everybody and anybody. And I thought doing that means I had higher opportunity to get more jobs. But that even further restricted me more to getting higher paying job. Because guess what? Clients that pay you big money, like $500 per piece or $1,000 per piece, they want experts. They don't want generalists. They don't want somebody that can do everything and anything. They want somebody that can do one thing and is good at that thing. So if you are a freelancer right now and you are scared to pick any because you think it's going to restrict you to certain jobs, that is a lie. And that its own self stems from like lack mindset, where you think that there are not so many jobs and you need to like do so many things in order to like get jobs. If you want to get like the real high paying job, you have to focus on one thing and be good at that thing. And that is where people will pay you so much money to do that thing for them. So let's look at how. So let me ask you this question. Yeah. So let's say you want to hire a freelance writer to write a children's book. Take a look at these two-page statements. If you were the client, who would you hire? So the first freelancer is saying, I am a freelance copywriter. I've written for different clients in different industry, health, tech, fashion, and so much more. Here's a link to my portfolio. And the second freelancer, sorry. Okay. And the second freelancer is saying, I am a professional freelance copywriter. I have written different children's books. Here is a link to the book I recently published. Who would you hire? If you're anything like me, I will hire the second freelancer because then I want a children's book. That person has actually done a children's book. Who is the best person to give my work to? The person that has actually done the children's book, not someone that has written for health, tech, fashion. Who cares? Do you get? Okay, good. So let us look at how to find your niche. We've been talking about, having a niche, having um, coming down and doing one thing, but let's look at how to find your niche. So the first thing you want to consider is your key experience. So you have to think of your career highlights, your favorite clients or gigs, and your learning biggest curves. And the second thing you want to consider is your knowledge. So you might be good in many areas, like I am. I'm good in, like, copywriting. I'm good with tech. I'm good with, health writing. I even do graphics design. I'm also good at HTML and CSS, and I can offer a range of service. But what are you best known for? What problems, like if they wake you tomorrow and you're like, solve these things, what can you do best? So your passion. Your passion is, what element of business are you most passionate or interested in? So let me give you an example. Like for me, I told you I was a general writer and I've written for so many so many different niches, including health, tech, marketing, real estate. I even did for HVAC at a point. And then I realized that some of my favorite clients were SaaS clients. I had to just sit down, and that's where my key experience came. All clients that have come to me and be like, "Oh my god, I really loved your work," they were SaaS clients. And I also noticed that I was particularly drawn to like SaaS marketing, ABM and stuff like that. I really liked it. And my passion was mostly in marketing. So I was like, you know what? Why don't I, start writing for B2B SaaS? And then from there, I became like a content marketing manager for B2B SaaS. And then I also became a strategist. So instead of doing everything and anything, you can use these 3 steps to actually find your niche. So, so the next one is to get clear on your offerings. Now, like I said, you can be doing everything and anything. You can have skills everywhere. Like I said, I'm good in graphic design. I'm good with social media marketing. I do HTML. I do CSS. I can build websites, right? But I want to be known as a content strategist, and also I want to be known as a B2B SaaS writer. If I'm putting on my LinkedIn I'm a B2B SaaS writer, but then you are seeing it again, I'm taking web design jobs, like isn't it a clash of interest? Like, how are you positioning yourself when maybe a client comes to your LinkedIn page and they are looking for a content writer? They come to your place and they see you that you're a content writer, but then they also see that you are doing web development. Same you are doing social media. Same you are doing another thing. Same you are doing customer support. Which one you did? Like, what are you doing? So you need to be clear on your offer. You need to be clear on what you are doing. So sorry. Okay. So you need to be clear on what you're offering, what you are doing. And let's go to the next one. Now, you need to define your ideal client. So after I defined my niche and I knew what I was doing, the next thing I did was define my ideal client. This thing is going to save you in so many ways when you define who you want to work for. So you have to ask yourself, okay, like me now, I work for B2B SaaS companies. What kind of B2B SaaS companies? Do I want to work for startups or do I want to work for bigger companies? You need to define who you want to work for. Then it's easier for you to go after them. Trust me, you cannot work for everybody and anybody. You need to have who you are working for. Then it's easier to like go after them. It's easier to pitch them. It's easier for them to know you than pitching everybody and anything. Do you get? So let's move on. Good. So how to define your ideal clients? To define exactly who your ideal freelance client should be, ask yourself these questions. What type of business has the problem I'm solving with my services? Can the business I want to work with afford to hire me? This is a very, very important one because a lot of people want high-paying clients, but they don't understand that not every client are high-paying. Like, if you want a client that is paying you about $1,000 per month, you cannot go to a client that is not earning up to $1,000 per month. If you want a client that pays you like $1,000 per piece, you can't go to a client that is not only earning up to $1,000 per month to pay you $1,000 per piece. So you have to ask yourself when you are defining your ideal client, apart from if the business has the problem you are trying to solve, can the business even afford to hire me? I had this problem one time when I got a full-time job, and I just wanted a full-time job. I didn't care what kind of business I am applying to. I didn't care what kind of company I was applying to. I didn't care. I just wanted a full-time job. And then when I got my offering, they entirely lowballed me. It was less than what I ever expected. And in as much as I want to rant and be like, oh, this company wasted my time doing the interviews, this company did. How about me? Like, if I had defined who my ideal client was and said, I want to earn a certain amount of money, meaning that means my client has to be generating this certain amount of income every month or every year for them to pay me this certain amount of money. Like I said, you cannot want a client that pays you $1,000 per per article, and then you are working for a client that earns less than $2,000 per month. The client wants to pay you. Oh, bless them. They can't afford it. So another thing you should look at is what demographic trends can I identify about the decision makers in the type of business I'm targeting. So you have to think of their age, their gender, their geographic locations, website they frequent, and personal interest. If you are looking to earn dollars, you cannot be working for a Nigerian client. Nigerian clients spend naira. If you want dollars, you have to target clients that are in the geographic location of places they spend dollar. It's just how it works. So now that we are clear on that, let's go. The next thing in order to position yourself is to build your credibility. As a new freelancer, the truth is nobody knows you. Nobody knows you. And in as much as nobody tells you this thing, the bitter truth is no high-paying clients will hire a new freelancer. Because in the end, every high-paying client wants experts. If you're a new freelancer without any client and any example that you've done anything before, how can you show an high-paying client that you can do the job? But all hope isn't lost, right? All you need to do is build your credibility. And there are many ways you can build your credibility. But today I'm going to show you the proving method I have used and other people have used to build their credibility. So, and that proving method is called Audacity. I know this is something that you guys are not, expecting. Audacity is one thing that will take you from where you are to where you want to get to. If you want to make a name for yourself and position yourself as an expert, you need to do it by being audacious. Like, you need to establish yourself as an expert in your niche by yourself. You need to come up and show up every day like an expert, and that is how you position yourself. So how do you how do you do that? By posting on social media all the time, especially on LinkedIn. Create a blog, post on the blog, guest blog, collaborate with other freelancers, and network. So let's go to that. So the issue a lot of people have when it comes to creating posts on LinkedIn is I was speaking to a friend one day and I was telling her, oh, let's start creating posts on LinkedIn because LinkedIn is like hot cake right now. When you sorry, when you create posts on LinkedIn, you're going to get jobs and all of that. She was like, I don't think I'm good enough. There's this other freelancer that is very, very good. There's this other freelancer that is very, very good. There's that other freelancer that is very, very good. What would they think about my work? And the truth is, you are not posting for your fellow freelancer. Your fellow freelancer are not your ideal client. So why do you care so much about what they think? Your fellow freelancer will not hire you. If you are a developer, your fellow developer will not hire you. You are posting for people that will hire you. And those people don't care if you are the most experty, or don't care about your English. You just care about the value you have to offer. So if you want to start posting on social media, don't let your other freelancers, maybe your other experienced freelancers, discourage you from posting because you think that they will laugh at you or you are not good enough. Post every day to seek results. Give value to your ideal clients every day. If you don't know what to post, like there was a time when I started posting, I didn't know what to post. What I did is I used to read a lot of blogs and I used to listen to a lot of podcasts, and I used those as an inspiration for my posts. Another thing I used to do when I don't know what to post is whatever questions I have as a content marketing manager. So when I started as a content marketing manager, I used to have a lot of questions about like SEO, content strategy, remote working and all of that. Whatever question I have, whenever I get the answer, maybe I have a question like how to create a content strategy. I am having an issue with it, and I get the answer to that question. I turn it into a post. You know why? If I'm having an issue with how to create a content strategy, best believe there's so many people having that same issues. And if you can offer that value and post it, they are going to start seeing you as an expert in that niche. So, like I said, if you don't want what to post, listen to a lot of podcasts and read a lot of blogs and use that for inspiration. And also, any questions you have any question you have like in your career and any questions you have, you can, and when you get the answer, you can turn that into a post and um just share it, right? So let's go back. The next one is create a blog. If when you are starting out as a freelancer, the mistake I made was not having a blog. For instance, if you, I am a writer, so I'm just going to be talking about writing right now. So sorry, I am a writer. The only way you can show that you're a good writer is if other people see your writing. So what better way to make people see your writing than having a blog where you just share stuff? Just create stuff. Just create stuff and share it on your blog. Just write something and share it on your blog. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just write every time and every time. Soon you're going to start seeing results. The next one is guest blogging. Ooh. So a lot of people don't know the benefit of guest blogging. Guest blogging is very important, and if you actually know the benefit of guest blogging, you would not pay with guest blogging. I've gotten so many clients by articles I wrote on another website. So guest blogging is writing articles on another person's website. So let me give you an example of a blog I guest blogged. So come in. Okay. So this is an article I wrote on Future of SaaS. Future of SaaS is not my website by any means, but this is an article I wrote for them. And yeah, so this is an example of guest blogging. It's very, very easy to guest blog. Where you the most times, most of these websites put that they need writers and or they need articles. Like for instance, Fit of SaaS, if you want to write for them, you can see this is just contribute. Just go to contributor guide and they are going to show you how to submit your pitch. So if you also want to guest blog, if you also how to submit your pitch. So I'm not there at the moment. So if you also want to guest, if you're also looking for other blogs that accept guest blogging in your niche, you can just go to guest blogging, guest posts. Let's say you're in the email marketing list, email marketing. I'm sorry, the network is quite bad. Or if this is not working, you can do top 20 companies that accept guest blog, guest post. Good. So if you're in digital marketing, you can just click on this. Yeah. Okay. So let's go back to our slides. Now, the next method to establish yourself as an expert in your niche is to collaborate with other freelancers. So here is something I did recently with a freelancer, a very beautiful, nice freelancer, Jessica. She's a great SaaS writer. And like I said, I have a newsletter. And we did this interview together. I put her on it. She shared it with her, you know, with her network of people, and I shared it with my network of people. And this is how you can just collaborate. And the more you collaborate with other freelancers, the more people start to see you as experts in your niche. So yeah. Oh, so let's move on. The next way to position yourself for global opportunities is to create a high quality portfolio. Please and please and please stop using Google Docs to share samples. Like, I cannot stress this enough. If you want high quality jobs, you have to start acting like a high quality freelancer. Stop using Google Docs to share samples. Like, it just screams, nothing screams more unprofessional than using Google Docs to share samples. There are free portfolio sites like Contra. Let me show you Contra. This is Contra. There are free portfolio sites like Contra. All you need to do is get started. You had all your samples, and that is it. There's also Juno Portfolio. I use Juno Portfolio for my own portfolio. It's free, but you can pay for the paid version. I think it's about 1,000 naira, 1,300 naira per month. And this is my own portfolio with Juno Portfolio. This is how it looks like. Simple, easy. Just sign up and start adding your pieces. Simple and easy. You can also use Contently. This is how Contently looks like. This is it. All you have to do is sign up, add your pieces, share the link to your clients, and you are good to go. Please stop using Google Docs. I don't want to see Google Docs or sending your clients Word documents. What is that? Stop using Google Docs. Use all these free websites. They are free to use. It takes less than a day to build something. So just use them. Now, the next tip that a lot of people tend to overlook is having a really good LinkedIn profile. You cannot get away with a shitty LinkedIn profile. Nothing screams on more unprofessional than having a shitty LinkedIn profile. Like, I see a lot of people that come to me and be like, "Oh my god, I need to get jobs. I've not been getting jobs. How do I get like all these high-paying jobs?" And I'm like, "Okay, share me your LinkedIn. Let me see your LinkedIn." And then you see the link there, and you're like, what is going on? Like, how do you have this kind of profile on LinkedIn and expect to get high-paying jobs? The barest minimum you can do on LinkedIn is have a good photo, um, a, a good editing, summary, your experiences. Please, please, it's very, very easy to fill in your LinkedIn profile. Stop having half-assed LinkedIn profile. Take the time to actually fill in your LinkedIn profile. So let me show you my LinkedIn profile looks like, so you guys can see what a LinkedIn profile should look like. So this is my LinkedIn profile. As you can see, content marketing manager plus content strategist for SaaS and Martech, thought leader on Inc. Africa, and content creator on TikTok. Done before, some my newsletter, a post I've written, a blog I've written, and yeah. Then you can see this is my summary. It's really short. You don't have to do anything too much. Just fill in your LinkedIn profile. And then you can add your experiences. This is it. It's really, really easy to do. Just add your experiences and put your education, put your license certifications, where you volunteered, add your skills. You can get recommendations from your clients when you start having clients, but if not, that's fine. If you don't have a recommendation, that's fine too. Add your publications, the courses you've done, projects you've done, awards you've gotten, languages, and yeah, do not have an half-assed LinkedIn. LinkedIn is one of the most powerful tools you can ever get one of the most powerful tools in the world. I'm telling you, if you want to get high-paying clients, do not sleep on it. Do not sleep on your LinkedIn account. Don't sleep on it. please, if you've not, fully updated your LinkedIn profile today and you want to get high-paying job, go and update it. Like, that is the first thing you should do. Go and update your LinkedIn profile. Nobody would hire somebody with a shitty LinkedIn profile, especially if you want remote jobs. Remote job is so competitive. It's so competitive. Everybody wants to get this high-paying job. They are so competitive. So you have to do the extra mile. You cannot just have a half-assed LinkedIn and expect somebody just going to give you like a $20,000 job or a $10,000 job or a $1,000 job. It doesn't work that way. You have to put in effort. At least put in effort. Look decent. So yeah. So now that we've talked about having a good LinkedIn profile, um, let's look at insider tips on how to land high-paying international gig. But before that, let me stop sharing right now so you guys don't have like overload of information, and let me go back to like my life, to the life, and see if you guys have any questions. So let me just stop sharing and go back to see if you guys have any questions. Then I'll answer those questions and come back. Hey, hi.
Hi, how are you? Okay, guys. If you have questions, please kindly drop it here before she proceeds. To use the question and answer session, kindly just it is there on YouTube. It is pretty easy to find. Just click on live session and you can drop your questions. And if you have a question, kindly drop it now.
Please, if you have a question, kindly drop it now.
Or will you continue on the just have the question and answer?
I really don't want to like give like overload of information at the same time. So I just want to like have like space in between to answer some questions before I go back and start again.
So if you have a question, please drop it in the question answer session. You can see it when you join the live chat session. It is pretty easy.
But if there's no question, I'm just going to be 5 minutes. If there's no question, I'm just going to go back.
You're pretty generous. You were talking about LinkedIn. Do you think it is pretty easy to get lead automatic on LinkedIn, or you have to pitch them first before they come to you?
Personally, for me, I have I've gotten clients by pitching and also them coming to me. I will tell you 90% of clients I've gotten, they came to me. 90. The other 10, yes, I had to pitch them. But 90% of clients I have gotten, there's a client I'm working with right now. It's a customer success platform and then a knowledge-based platform. They came to me. I didn't have to go to them. I didn't even know they existed. And that is the power of like positioning. Yeah, and that's like the power of positioning yourself and having like a really good LinkedIn profile. Like you can't go wrong with having a really good LinkedIn profile.
Okay, Olamide Moren. I'm sorry if I pronounced name wrong. What if I don't have any top-notch information for my LinkedIn? What if I don't have anything outstanding to talk about on my LinkedIn page?
Okay, the thing is, what do you mean by not having anything to talk about on your LinkedIn? I feel like as freelancers, we need to understand something. As I am a marketer and my job is to sell myself. As freelancers, there's always something to talk about. There's always something to talk about. There's something they call transferable skills. You've done something before, right? Talk about it. The issues with us as freelancers is something called imposter syndrome, where you think you don't have anything doing. If you work in your mommy shop, put it there. It's work. No, it's work. What is the name of your mommy shop? I assisted and brought in clients. You did that. Put it there. You have worked. You don't have to do like the Amazon work or Tesla before you can put something. No, you have worked. Like I was telling my friend the other day, no matter how small you think what you've done is, it is something. Like right now, I'm on a live with you right now, and I'm doing this call. I am going to put keynote speaker on my LinkedIn because I just spoke. These little things matter. It's the truth.
I'm also going to add post to my profile.
That's it. So what do you mean by not having any information? You've done something in life. You went to school, I'm pretty sure. If you didn't go to university, you went to secondary school, you did something in secondary school, put it there. Like, put it there.
Okay, she's trying to elaborate the question and said like promotion job I've landed for someone.
Sorry, I didn't get that question.
Okay, like what she's trying to say, like maybe she needs to add that she has worked something for a freelancer, or for a particular company, or she has helped Insgiht.ng perhaps multiply their traffic by 10 or by 500. So she feel like how she can get that kind of information that she can add to her LinkedIn profile to stand her out.
Okay, like this now. Let me give you a scenario. Let me just give you this very simple scenario. Now I'm here, I'm on this live. I can see how many people on my chat right now. I'm sorry. I just want to give you a very, very simple scenario. I can see how many people on this chat. 10 people are watching this live. The last live, we had like 4 people watching. That means for me, I had 10 people. If I'm going to translate this thing, I actually drew in 10 people. That is something. You write it like that. Like I said, you worked in your mommy's shop. One day you sold something. You went to this person and said, come and buy something in my mommy's shop. You brought in customer. I don't understand how people don't see these things.
Okay,
Let's
so
say you
allow me the simple analogies, like try to translate whatever that you've done. Don't think it is solely to translate it in a way that it can be significant. You can be a president of a small country and tell yourself that you are the president of a country, even if there are just 5 people here. So partly that so there's a question from Everything Women, but by Ella. Does SEO apply to all niches, including health, or does one build out there? That's the first question. The second question: how does one build a LinkedIn account when you are a new writer?
Okay, so the first question, does SEO apply to all niches, including health? I don't get that question. Do you mean can you use SEO to grow, a health business? If that's the question you're asking, yes. SEO can work for any niche. The second question is, how does one build a LinkedIn account when you're a new writer? Like I just said, create your LinkedIn account. I don't want to see aspiring content writer, please. You are a content writer. Thank you. You put it, content writer, right? And then I want you, that's why I said, if you notice in my lifestyle, I said create a blog. You can create a Medium blog, write a few articles. Now you know your niche, you've had your ideal clients. Maybe your niche is to like, maybe you're a cybersecurity writer, right? Write a few articles on cybersecurity and add them on your LinkedIn.
Okay,
them on that.
A question from Prolific Dave. Is it right to start out as a freelancer? I mean, start out in freelancing as a outsourcer, like outsourcing. Which one is outsourcing? Which one is outsourcer? I think you understand that. Outsourcing is someone that outsource or what?
I thought outsourcing is someone that gets the outsource job. Can the person just reframe the outsourcing actually?
Prolific Dave, if you can rephrase. Yes. Okay, let me just see. This first time I'm hearing the word. The outsourcing should be the person that received the outsource gig. So is it okay to start as a freelancer by receiving gig that somebody collected originally and outsources to you?
Sure, I've done that before. I have done that. The thing is, if you are looking for money, you shouldn't be. You start somewhere. I have done that. It gives you your first experience, and once you get that, you can just move into taking bigger gigs. So yes.
Okay. What do you think will you consider the appropriate payment for a first-time freelancer? Like, how much will you want to charge?
I think it depends solely on the freelancer, and that's I say it depends on the audacity you have. A freelancer can charge as much as 500. New freelancer, you know the thing about payment and charging that I've
ethical.
No, $500 per article. The thing about charging and payment that I've understood over the years is it just takes balls and confidence, really. to
Oh,
say,
wow, I love the word. It requires balls.
yes, it requires balls. How much do you want to charge? I'm charging $300. Let the client alone and let him be like, okay, I'll do 250. Then that's 250. The first time I charged my first 30,000 naira per article, that was in 2019. Before that, I've been charging what, less than $5. And that day, the man just called me. I knew that because you called me, I have upper hand now. I can charge anything. And I was like, you know what? I'm charging 30,000. He was like, I was like, I have experience, sir. At that time, I did not even finish experience. Just me how many experience? 2 years. I was like, I have experience, sir. I'm charging 30,000. And guess what? He paid. It takes balls. It takes just
So,
asking for what.
so yeah, guys, you have it there. You don't let the clients negotiate the pay. Don't worry, don't be scared. They will stay to
Yeah.
negotiate your price. But
A lot
start
of
from
freelancers,
that.
a lot of freelancers, the reason why a lot of freelancers get lowballed is that we ourselves, we are scared of asking for what we deserve. We kind of lowball ourselves before the clients even lowball us. So,
The
and that's
point
why I
is
say,
they
like,
will be saved.
so we are scared of, like, before we even, like, I have a friend that she wanted to charge an amount and she came to ask me, like, she what? I'm so speaking Yoruba, like, sit down. And then it just made me realize that the clients even want to pay you that kind of money. You've shot yourself in the foot before the client even says no because you think you are not good enough. Like I said, it takes balls, it takes audacity.
Okay, a question from Miriam by Joko. Can I just want to ask that apart from LinkedIn and other accounts, how else can someone get a good paying remote job? Again, I don't really know how much about how to build a portfolio.
Um, you know what? The best way, the fastest way, let me be very honest with you. Most clients right now want to see your LinkedIn profile and your portfolio, right? So the best way is, and you know what? The good thing about, what I love the most about LinkedIn is it makes the world really, really small. If I tell you the kind of people I've spoken to on LinkedIn, you'll be really, really amazed. We met on LinkedIn, right? It makes the world really, 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 really extremely small. So if you really want to get a good paying job, I'm telling you, up on LinkedIn. Up on
Uh,
LinkedIn. You will not
a
regret it.
question from everything we meant by Ella. Like if I start a blog and post on my LinkedIn account, is there anything I can do to ensure my ideal audience sees it, or do I keep posting until God knows when I get an ideal client?
Okay, this is a very, very good question. So, you know your ideal clients. Why not start by connecting with them? That's what I do. Connect with them, post. Whenever you connect with them and they accept your connection request, whenever you post, they're on your feed. You're on their feed.
Wow, that's a
So,
great app. Honestly, I just start from that. So
yes, you're on their feed. So, connect with them. I remember when I got my job at User Pilot, I connected with the head of marketing for User Pilot. And she was like, oh, hi, do you want to write for us? And that was it. And that was
wow,
it.
that's
I connect with them.
okay. A shout
Connect.
out from Godwin Olokunle. Godwin is also a freelancer, making big deal. So yeah, Godwin, thank you for the shout out. A question from Olamide: is it only LinkedIn I can get my client?
No, not just LinkedIn, but LinkedIn kind of makes you more visible. You can get your client through emails, through code pitching. That is one very good way. I didn't want to talk too much on code pitching because I will not necessarily call myself an expert on code pitching. But yes, you can get your clients through code pitching too. LinkedIn is it's just an easy way, but there are different ways you can get your clients.
Let me take this in myself. Would you consider platforms like Fiverr and Upwork a good platform to start out as a freelancer?
There is this discussion on Fiverr not being good, Upwork not being good. I personally love Upwork. I feel like it depends on the kind of clients you pick on Upwork. So because there are a lot of freelancers on Upwork, it's kind of saturated. I know that. But if you're lucky enough to get a good client on Upwork, Upwork is good. Upwork is good. Like,
Okay.
yeah. And if you are starting out, in fact, if you are starting out in freelancing, I actually advise you to get your first client on Upwork and Fiverr because they give you that experience you need to get bigger ones.
Mm.
Yeah, they do.
That sounds like an arc.
Yeah.
A question from Esther Onye. Apology again. What's your take on Twitter to get clients?
Twitter is great. I've never used Twitter to get clients. I use Twitter for banters. So well, Twitter is great. Twitter is great. I know a lot of people that use Twitter to get clients. I'm not gonna lie, I've never used Twitter to get clients. I feel like Twitter is just a very funny app. But yeah, Twitter is good. It's good.
Okay. I think you can continue with the presentation, or we taking more
Okay.
questions.
All right. So let me go back to sharing my screen.
Yeah, Godwin, thank you very much. One of the people that I am catching up with after Adeife.
Oh, nice. Okay, so you guys can see my screen, right? So insider tips on how to land high-paying international gigs. Really, like I already said, have a have a good LinkedIn profile. Like I can't stress this enough. And then this is my tips and strategies on how I find international clients. So the first one is called boolean search. I did this last week. I got this idea from a friend. His name is Kopal. Like, God bless you so much, Kopal. Thank you so much for this. See, this is one of the best tips. So I'm looking for like a full-time remote job right now because I want a higher paying job. And then I saw Kopal, and then I asked him like, oh, how, because he told me he got like 4 offers. Right. So I asked him like, oh, how did you get your um clients? And he told me about this boolean search. And I kid you guys not, the same night I used this boolean search, I got an interview. Like crazy, crazy, crazy. I'm just going to show you guys. Kopal, God bless you. So this is the boolean search. The boolean search is using like boolean logic to construct your sentences like not and or. I'm just going to give you how to use this boolean search for me. This is so let's say you are, this is even it here. So let's say I am looking for a content writer role to use, and is the boolean logic and IRN. Just do this and IRN. This boolean set gives you opportunity to see jobs that are not yet posted to the public. Most times jobs that are posted on LinkedIn are kind of saturated. You see 300 people have applied. This one is different. With this boolean set, you can see jobs that are just posted immediately.
Adeife.
Yeah.
Adeife.
Mm-hmm.
Your screen is currently not showing. Like I can see your static screen, which is how do you find international clients. However, the other page that you're talking about,
Oh,
the boolean
okay.
search is currently not.
Sorry. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry about that. So let me start again. I'm so sorry. So this is the boolean search. So let's say you're looking for a content writer job. The boolean logic is hand. Um, so this is how you do it. So let's say you're looking for a content writer, hiring, and let's say remote. You can put and remote. What this boolean search does is it helps you find jobs that are not like public on LinkedIn yet. Most jobs are posted on LinkedIn. Before you know it, you see 300 applicants, 400 applicants. Like, what chance do you even have? But with this boolean search, you see jobs that are posted like immediately. So if you do something like this, you can just go to post. You can see Eco Brands is looking for a content writer. This was 4 days ago. And then you can also streamline your search by doing for the past 24 hours. See, can you see? New blogger job, SEO content writer, competitive pay, $100 plus, pro blogger. It was posted today, November 27. Can you see another one? I am hiring content writer. You have to write 50. Okay. Then if you want something more, if maybe you are, let's say you are a developer, let's say back end developer. Let's see. Can you see? Magic Square is hiring a remote backend developer. It was posted today, 7 minutes ago. I mean, 1 hour ago. So that is how the boolean search works. Really, 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 you guys should apply it. Really, 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 really effective. It works. It works, guys. It works. The other one is using LinkedIn jobs. I'm sure you guys, I'm sure you guys are um familiar with LinkedIn jobs. If not, let me just show you guys LinkedIn jobs. Um, so this is jobs. So these are different jobs. You can see. So different jobs that you can apply for. 1 hour ago, content writer, United States remote. 8 hours ago, 8 hours ago, 1 week ago, content strategist, digital content. Can you see? These are different jobs that you can apply to. And then let's look at the third one. Slack community. Like I got a job with a martech company through a Slack community called Superparts. So there are different Slack communities for different, like, industries. So I'm in marketing and I have different Slack communities. I wish I could show you, but they're on my phone, so I can just read them out. So for people that are in marketing, like let's say content marketing, Slack communities will work for you. So there is Super Parts PLG, that's product led growth Slack community. I don't know if how I can leave the link. Maybe I'm just going to talk to Taiwo and we can just drop the link. There's Women in Tech SEO, Rev Genius, Top of Funnel, Link Building HQ,
All right.
Romance.
Sorry, you say you like to link a link. What's
I
that
said,
precisely?
yeah, I want like for Slack communities, for the Slack community, I would love to like drop a link.
Do you have your Slack installed on your MacBook or PC?
I do. I do, but not all the Slack community are on my Mac.
Well done for all the OTs that you are dropping.
What do you say?
I said well done for all the real OT that you are dropping.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So not
Guys,
all
this is
the
the secret in the freelancing industry. If you like music, it's all good to you.
yeah. So not all the Slack communities are on my MacBook. So we can just do that later. So like I said, Upwork is great. Flex jobs. Flex job is paid for. You don't have to use it. Angel List. God bless Angel List. Angel List is perfect. It's called Well Found now. Let me just show you guys how Angel List looks like. I'm coming. I'm going to share my screen now. Okay. So this is Angel List. It's now called Found. I don't know. I think maybe they changed. Maybe they bought it. I don't know. But Angel List is great to find like startup jobs. If you are looking to work like with startups, perfect. Now I'm talking about if this is beyond freelancing. This is if you want to do like 9 to 5, regular 9 to 5 where you get paid monthly. Also, you can also get freelance jobs here, but yeah, you can see different startup jobs. Canva 2 days ago. This is not a remote job. This they want somebody in the United States. Can you see? This is a remote job. They want remote only, $100,000 to 120K. They hire everywhere. Senior SEO manager. If you know a senior SEO manager, up on this one. Tech SEO strategist. If you are into development, let's say you are a software engineer, perfect. You can see different jobs. Can you see today full stack React Native, $55,000, $75,000. If you're a platform engineer, if you're a front end engineering rockstar, that is for India. So can you see there are just different jobs with Angel List? You can just use this. This is good. I use it personally. I love Angel List so much. And yeah, let's go back. Then Y Combinator. Oh, I love Y Combinator because Y Combinator gives you like insider jobs to all companies that are under Y Combinator. So let me just show you guys Y Combinator. Y Combinator, Y Combinator, Y Combinator, Y Combinator. You can also get great jobs through Y Combinator. So this is Y Combinator. I have an account with Y Combinator. I literally don't. Startup jobs. Just go to startup jobs. Yeah. Find a job. Okay, the network is quite shitty, but yeah. I'm so sorry. Okay, so these are, you can look for different jobs here. So you can search for job title, tech stack. So let's say you want like a content role. I'm so sorry I'm saying content. Right now I'm being so biased. I mean content marketing, like I will forever say content marketing. So let's say you want content marketing roles and just click on that. This is a growth marketing role, senior manager role, head of marketing role, and you see customer success team lead, product marketing manager, content marketing manager, social media manager, content marketing writer. Can you see this is a content marketing writer? $25,000 to $55,000. Remote contract. They say visa required, so I don't know why they're doing that. Yeah. So that's that about Y Combinator. And okay, so the next step you have to understand is all about the pitching. So you can pitch them through LinkedIn or you can send them a cold email. Today I'm going to be focusing on pitching them through LinkedIn. A lot of people would say, I pitch client, I pitch client, I pitch client, they don't reply to me. The reason why they don't reply to you is because there's so many other people pitching them and you are not standing out. The worst way to pitch a client is to, please, I need a job. I saw a job I are doing, I need it. No, that's like the worst way to pitch a client. Let me show you the way I pitch this client. So, like I said, the best way to pitch a client is to offer them something they cannot resist. How? Look at the problem they have and offer a solution. It never goes wrong. Don't pitch a client and be like, hello, my name is Adeife. I saw a job. It works, but if you are looking for the method that they would never resist, do this one. And I'm coming out to show you how I did it with the client. As okay, good. So this is, they posted a job that they're hiring, and immediately I connected with him. The first thing I did was I went to their website. I looked at their website, and then as a content strategist, I saw their content hierarchy was not going well, and I saw that they could use like topic clusters and pillar pages to get more traffic, and we could work on their content hierarchy at least first so that their SEO will be good. So the first thing I did was go to their website. I identified that problem with their website, and then I sent a message. I was like, hello, Dominic, thanks for accepting my connection request. I can see you're currently hiring for a content performance manager at Text for Text. I'd love to join the company. When I was going through your website, I noticed certain things you're not doing with your content yet. And I'd love to bring your attention to it and share my ideas on how I improve your content if I join the company. Can you see I'm not just saying, add me. I have 5 years of experience. No, I'm not saying that. I'm seeing a problem and I can help you guys solve it. Because in the end, nobody cares about your experience, darling. Nobody cares. And I'm like, when will you be free for a call so we could go over the details? I'll be looking forward to hear from you. And guess what? He replied me, hi Adeife. I sent him a message 127, he replied me 128. Hi Adeife, sure. Let's find some time tomorrow around lunchtime. We are still on this together, but I'm just trying to tell you the power of actually, pitching the right way. Stop pitching and stop saying me. And I have 5 years of experience. I've worked for this also client. Girl, nobody cares. Boy, nobody cares. Like, what can you do for us is the question. What can you bring to the table is the question. So when you are pitching, start with something you can do for them that they would never resist. Guess what? They will reply you. These people read these messages, they will reply. So I think that is the end of my presentation. Thank you so much, guys, for listening to me. And if you have any question, you can send me an email. And yeah, thank you. I wish you guys luck in your freelance journey, and bye.
Thank you for leaking all the updates. Yeah, very welcome.
You're welcome.
Okay, yeah, there's a question from Prolific Dave. Prolific Dave, make sure you pay after this session. You've asked all the questions in this one. I'm just kidding. Please, if you have question, kindly drop in the question section. Just click on live stream, join live stream, wherever. It is pretty simple. You'll find it there. Okay, there's a question. Is portfolio different from a resume for a writer?
Yes, a portfolio is different from a resume. A portfolio is like portfolio of your work, different things you've done. A resume is selling yourself like in one page. So if I can, I don't know if I can share you guys the difference between a portfolio and a resume right now. Can I still share my screen?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, you know what? Let me just bring out my resume a little bit. Let me get it outside.
So for no, it's not a question. I'm just trying to keep up with you. Share your resume.
Yeah, I'm doing that now. Come in. Okay, great. So I want to share you guys a portfolio and a resume. So let me share screen and this is come in. This is the portfolio. It contains my published articles. That is a portfolio. Some of my published articles. And let me show you guys the resume. This is a resume, like a CV. And so that's the difference.
You removed it. I was about to forget it's live.
Oh, it's not live. It wasn't live.
It was, but it was not so eligible. But don't worry, legible rather.
Oh, okay.
All right. A question from Ella. Does a location as a Nigerian serve as an hindrance to getting clients?
Should I be very honest with you? Yes. Painful, sad, but true. You know, I've gotten a lot of clients that would have hired me, but because of my location, they don't just hire from Nigeria. But is it impossible? No, it's not impossible. It would be easier if you were abroad to get some clients because to get some jobs, right? But it's not impossible and you can get it. So it's a little bit more like if this is the remote job pool, right? Let's say not like in Nigeria and it's kind of like this. So yeah. So it's not difficult. It is difficult, but it is possible. That is the word.
Okay. In your opinion, do you think the massive layoff or that is currently happening in the United States, especially the tech industry, is going to affect jobs in the freelance industry, especially for content marketers?
No, I don't think so. I feel like content marketing is one of I say this, there was a friend I was talking to and I really argue with the friend. We don't even talk again. Because he said AI would take over marketing jobs. And I'm like, no, they would never. No, like every company needs marketing, no matter how crazy and outrageous the layoffs are. Marketing is still a very profitable skill to have because you are starting a company, you want to sell, you need a marketer. Let's answer that question. So yes, there is layoffs, but would it affect your job as a marketing as a freelancer? No.
I'm not sure if we've answered this question from Esther.
Okay.
Is resume important as a freelancer?
No. Portfolio is more important. The reason why I have a resume is because I also want to work 9 to 5. I'm tired of freelancing. Like I said, it's not for everybody. It's really not easy. If you want to have more freedom, I still say if you want to have more freedom, do a 9 to 5 for a while. Freelancing from the beginning it's not easy. It's not easy. So I have a CV because I'm also doing a 9 to 5.
Okay, you can just share me the link to the 9 to 5 and we want to join you. A question from Ella, which is seconded by Dave. You spoke about published article in your portfolio. What happens when all your published articles are outsourced? So the credit goes to you, doesn't go to you. Do you still post those jobs? Do you still post those jobs? Like, do
If
you
you
still
have an NDA, you cannot post those jobs. But here's why I say post your own articles.
okay? I will just complement the answer to that. When they outsource a gig to you, when you do not get the byline for it, the credit for it, you more or less do not write it. It's more like you ghostwrote it. And that's the idea of you building your portfolio. You can still be doing ghostwriting and at the same time be building your portfolio. There are several platforms you can do that. You can the techniques consider going to Afternoon, going to dev.co, Future of SaaS, depending on your niche. You can instead of just collect content contributors, depending on your niche. Again, depending on your niche. So while you are building your portfolio, while you are say, taking ghostwriting, outsourced jobs and the like, I still know established writers that we rather just settle for ghostwriting when they don't want to perhaps settle for a kind of a platform. Maybe they feel like it is not befitting for their platform or for their byline in quotes or for their niche. So while you are getting your outsourced job, prioritize your personal brand, which is you as a freelancer. So look for a platform where you can publish your content that you will have your name on it. Okay, not everything that you want to be getting for money. Many platforms wouldn't pay you to publish your articles, especially. Adeife, do you get paid to publish article on Feature SaaS? Like, do they pay you a penny?
No, they do not.
Okay, so
the good thing is this year, I don't get paid, but what I would get is more. So it's more like delayed grad. I've forgotten this English. Whatever the English is. Oh God, I hate when I forget English. Well, okay. I don't get paid immediately, but in the end, I get paid more because I can use those articles to establish myself as an expert, and then more money from clients.
So that's the point. Most time when you are just starting out as a freelancer, even when you are already established, I've gone to the length of any platforms to publish content there just because they have this kind of subscription package. As much as $1,000 if you want to hear it clearly. So it doesn't mean that you should pay $1,000. There are platforms that are free.
You get money now.
Nancy, calm down. But the point is like you need to really be ready. It's not about you getting paid all the seconds. At times giving us value. You get not pay a penny to be here. We sacrifice our time and how much I charge per hour. She sacrifices her time, she knows how much she charge per hour to come and share this value. So you need to be deliberate in that aspect too. It is what differentiating from other freelancers. So you need to know that I'm building my portfolio this time around. Look for a platform that fits your niche. You're just starting out, maybe you can, if you're going to tech niche, go to Afternoon, go to Future SaaS, go to different platforms, anywhere, guest posts, and that is going to go a long way. Another question from Ella, who is going to pay me after this session. Is it ideal to be the brand with a pen name or your real name?
I use my real name. I prefer to use my real name because in the end, I just like to have my name out there. I use my real name, but you can use any. But I prefer you using your real name. Yeah, use your real name. It's not that deep.
Ella, you can consider watching a session that we had with David Undein yesterday. It is on this YouTube channel. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Okay, David Undein suggests that you stick with your real name because your pen name can fade. You can stop using your pen name. Maybe you feel bored.
Yeah.
Maybe you were a superstar before and then you've gone, you don't want to be calling yourself a superstar again. So, but it doesn't mean that you cannot use your pen name, but it is just more effective. Godwin, thanks you. Thank you for everything. A question from David Packard. This is very interesting. Please, do you have any plan that could work for somebody interested in freelancing that is already working a 9 to 5, or it could be an advice, a piece of advice rather. Thanks.
The advice I'll give to you is don't leave your 9 to 5. Yes. If not, you suffer.
So
I'm
just
freelancing on the side till you gain traction. If you leave your 9 to 5 and go and follow freelancing for the first 6 months, I'm so sorry, brother. You're going to suffer. Continue your 9 to 5 and do your freelancing by the side till you gain traction, till your freelancing can stand on its own. Then you can leave your 9 to 5.
okay. There's a question here which I'm not sure, maybe I can still see the question. I saw it earlier when somebody was asking how to get job on Upwork. Let me see if I can probably see it. Yeah, here's it. What's the most effective way of getting clients on Upwork? Also, does location Nigeria act as a advantage of getting clients on Upwork? I think we already answered the second question, but maybe the fourth question.
Okay. The most effective way of getting clients on Upwork, pitching, and don't pitch for jobs that have more than 10 pitchers. Don't do it. If you are not the first 5, you will see it's 5 to 10 applicants, 20 to 100, 100 to. Don't do that. 22. Don't do that. If you are not the first 10 applicants, don't do it. Go for jobs that have less, because then you have the opportunity like to be seen. When they're too much, I've had the opportunity to work as an employer on Upwork and as a freelancer, and I can see the way, because I'm also like employed people on Upwork. I see the way the whole thing works. There's sometimes I get overwhelmed with the amount of response I receive on my Upwork employer accounts when I post a job. They are just too much. I just employ anybody that the person does have luck. So if you see a job that has so many applicants, I don't advise you to apply for it. Apply for a job that has less than 5. Then it's easier for you to have a chance to be picked. So apply for a job that has less than 5. Also apply for a job that the client is verified so they don't scam you. Don't work outside of Upwork. Yeah.
Okay, I think that gives it justice. That if we me that I don't like my real name like this. Good vibes.
But you should.
As I said, you can work with your name.
You can use
just
another name.
Name. What's the Adeife?
I said if he doesn't like his real name, you can use another name. It's fine.
Yeah, you can work with your pen name. Just be consistent with it, and just know that you own the name. Don't use a name that another person can claim. Like you already know that you are the only one using this name. You can go as far as trademarking it, copyrighting it, registering it, and the likes. Okay, so it is not all about you using. You can use other name. You can use your brand name. You can do other things. So, I think we start 15 minutes, and we can call it a night.
Yeah.
Actually. Okay, so how do you feel like you have written a content that is worthy of sharing to a client? How do you know that this content is fitting for this particular job that I'm applying for? Do you think there's extra magic that some other freelancers are doing that they are using to get a job, especially on certificate platforms like Upwork? Do you or Fiverr, do you feel like there's a particular magic? Some people even feel like maybe they are using Juju for freelancing now. So how do you know the kind of strategies that you can apply to actually beat the competitions?
Only apply to jobs you know that you can do. This advice is so underrated but so true. A lot of freelancers apply to every job and any job. They know deep down that they can't do it. So let's say you want to work for a client that needs a writing job in knowledge bases. You are not sharing samples that you've done for somebody in health tech. If I'm applying to you in knowledge base, I want to share a sample in knowledge base as well. That is where a lot of freelancers miss. Like, oh my God, I've been applying for jobs. Tell them, okay, bring your application. Let's see. Then you see they apply for jobs they can't even do.
I think you've mentioned a lot of 9 to 5 that somebody is now confused what you are calling 9 to 5. What's 9 to 5 Adeife?
A 9 to 5 is like your regular job that you go to work and come back in the evening, or you do remote 9 to 5, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So
So
you're
it
not
like a job that you are basically employed.
freelancing means you can work for any client as you can. 9 to 5 means you are bounded to one client. You are working for a company. You are a full-time employee. A freelancer is not a full-time employee. That's the difference.
Okay, a shout out from Daddy Brill. Thank you a lot, Adeife Adeoye, and thanks
You're
a lot.
welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Obvious and Insgiht.ng. Um, you've got quite a lot of great platforms where one can get jobs. Is there
Sorry.
other ways where that one can be updated on new jobs that are going out there? And also, what we say about joining a community as a freelancers? How do you find the right community to join to probably get look of jobs?
You know what I do on LinkedIn is I search for communities, Slack communities in marketing. And I go for posts. I check posts. I like streamline my search to like post, and I see different people posting different Slack communities. Like Super Parts post jobs every time. Rev Genius, PLG post jobs. Yeah, you can do that. A lot of them. I said like do Slack communities in your niche. Great, 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 great.
All right, guys, we still have 10 minutes, and if you have a question, kindly drop it. David, thank you for the shout out. Yeah, it is insightful. That's why you call us Inside.ng.
You're
So,
welcome.
don't mind me. I'm not always this very hype. Don't mind me.
I don't know.
I'm not this very much like hype, honestly. But yeah. Godwin also, thank you for the shout outs. Actually, I think the shout outs for you because I saw why not me?
Thank you very much, Godwin. Okay.
And yeah, you talk about don't be distracted by fellow freelancers. Do you feel like one should be in competition with other freelancers? Maybe when, uh,
You know,
maybe you feel like, what is this girl doing to cash out? Like you, for example, I just heard that Adeife moved from where she stays now to Loki, and she's into this freelancing. So, how? So, like, is it like okay, keep it up, keeping loop of what other freelancers are doing, or you feel like they should just not be distracted with it, or you like just do your thing your way?
it's hard not to be distracted. It's really hard not to feel like you're not doing much. It's really, really, really hard. There was a time in my life where I was feeling like I was not enough because then my freelancers, only $70,000. I'm like, God, when you put it 90, God.
Yeah,
But do you know what I've done is I sat down one day and I was like, what does success mean to me? For me, success is I'm better today than I was yesterday. Last year I didn't have what I have this year. Last year I wasn't speaking. Last year I wasn't on ink. Last year I wasn't, and counting those things and writing those little things that has helped me be in my own lane and understand that everybody has like a different journey. Just because this freelancer has 20 clients and I have one, it's fine. You know what? It's fine. Another thing I've done is I don't go on LinkedIn unless I am looking for a job. It's not me that you will oppress. Turning LinkedIn to your everyday social media. It's not Instagram. Only go there when you need to be there. I feel like LinkedIn can depress you when you see, I just get a new job. I just get a new job. Me, I used to leave it alone. When I want a job, I will go there. I will update it. Like now, I'll just post. If I want to post, I've never posted in a long time. If I want to post, I will post. I will scroll up and leave the LinkedIn alone. Nobody will oppress me. I refuse to be oppressed.
That's interesting. we oh yeah, there's a common saying that like a lot of people are saying that freelancers, writers don't have life. Would you agree? Like they feel
You
like
don't have
the
what?
freelancers, writers don't have their personal life, that they are always bent on the work, on clients' work and the likes. Would you agree with that?
Me, I have life. Me, I have life. I they go ready. I get life.
Are
Yesterday
you
I was
TikTok?
outside.
Are you
I was.
TikTok?
I do TikTok. I get following. I get life. I have a life. If you allow your work, you know what? Before I used to think that my work was my entirety. Now I've learned to see work is work, life is life. After 5 p.m., if anybody send me a message, I'm so sorry, it's tomorrow morning.
Oh, she money back.
It's not money bag, it's just if you don't do those things, if you don't know how to set boundaries, it will fuck with yourself, with your mental health. You need to set boundaries in life. I don't take calls after 10, any work call after 10. If you people, you will not die. Tomorrow is there. Until you
Personal
set those
call.
boundaries,
What about
no,
personal call?
no,
What about normal
no.
calls?
What do you say?
What about normal calls?
Oh, sure, normal calls, bring it on. That's normal. That's my life. But work, I've kind of learned to like set boundaries and not let work be my entirety because there's a life after work. After your 9 to 5, there's a 5 to 9. So
Okay,
yeah.
these last questions that we'll be taking, we need to end the whole session. If you want to catch up with Adeife, I'm going to project a way you can get in touch with her after now. Prolific Day, please send the list of platforms you mentioned to get jobs. Prolific Day, I will answer this myself. After the
Okay.
whole session, I will most likely leave the video for the next 24 hours. Most likely. So just try and rewatch. It is just 1 hour to 30 minutes. So just do that and
Thank
you'll be
you.
good to go. David, yeah, thank you very much. I'm very cool, don't worry. And I will want to
Allow
before
me
we
to say,
oh wow. Okay, before we end the whole session, is there something that you would like to add or share that we probably have missed?
me? Nah,
Yeah.
I think I've shared a lot.
All right. How would you like to people to get in touch with you if they have any questions?
Sure, yeah, you can send me an email, or you can send me a message on WhatsApp.
Do you mind sending me your email address and let me project it?
Yes, how do I send that to you?
Just mention it. I'll spell it. Don't worry, I'll write it.
Okay, Adeoye Adeife 8@gmail.com.
Adeoye Adeife 8 or suspect set account. You are good to go. Just as
But you need to mention my own personal information.
I
Eh?
didn't force you. I
Eh?
didn't force you.
Human being. Eh?
Yeah, please consider you probably message her for good reasons rather than well, you can shoot your shot. So
It's not
guys, we
it's
are
not
good,
something.
we are good to go, and yeah, I would like to call Insightpreneur to officially a great session. Adeife, thanks for staying with us at this moment, guys. Thank you for watching this video at this moment. Make sure you like, subscribe to this channel, follow our Insights account. We do a lot of insightful sessions. We just want to make you guys rich. We are also still private ladder, but while we are doing that, we can all, go far. So Adeife, thank you for staying with us to this moment. And again, make sure you follow Insgiht.ng on all social media platform. Make sure you like this channel, subscribe to it, and you are good to go.